Thanks, Chinmay, for watching and sending us your question. He says that he invested 5,000 each via SIP in Tata Equity PE Fund and Reliance Growth Fund. These have performed well in the last 2 years, he says.
That's right.
Wanted to know, shall I continue with these funds? The goal is for 20 years, so I won't touch this money for the next 20 years. Also, can you please suggest an index fund?
Very simple. You don't change the winning combination. The funds are done well. Tata Equity PE actually has been one of the top performers, Vivek, and has done pretty well. So I think you should hold on to both the funds you are holding right now. Diversified categories, hold on. Keep on watching the performance as you are already doing. In case of underperformance, give it a couple of quarters of non-performance in case it happens. Only then you look at review. So why should I change the portfolio right now? If you want to increase the amount of saving, maybe you can want to add one more fund because it's more of a multi-cap portfolio right now in your overall space. You can add maybe a mid-cap or a large cap to the portfolio. Coming to your, sorry, what was the other query? Which
what is a good index fund?
So apparently, while you have many good index funds, an index fund actually is a mirror image of what your indices do. So in India, but you have to be very clear about one thing. While index fund copies your performance of the Sensex or the Nifty, large cap funds try to outperform that in India. And why I say India is because typically in a developing country, you find large caps outperforming the indexes simply because of the alpha they can create and generate over the overall structure. In case of a developed country scenario, you will always find more or less that the index funds outperform the other large cap fund because there the market is much more mature and we are still few years away or maybe more before we reach that stage. So if you want to really look at an index fund, then there are many available. You can actually do an ETF vis-a-vis an index fund, and you can do an HDFC, you can do an ICICI, because there is very less to choose from an index fund, simply because the very purpose of buying an index fund is that they have to carbon copy the performance of the markets. Even if they outperform the markets, that's actually an underperformance for an index fund because that's not true to its objective then. The more closer your performance is to the benchmark, that's what the very purpose is. So either look at an index fund or you can even look at a large cap fund.
And since he's got a 20-year period, he doesn't really need to go into an index fund.
I believe that you should look at a large cap fund. That's preferable. Yeah.